right, well, good afternoon, everybody. Sorry I couldn't be here today. My son is homesick, so I am staying home with him. Today is our final lesson on averaging, and today we're going to look at the mode. And so our lesson objectives are listed here, as well as the standards that we will cover in this lesson. So today when I go over the lesson, it will be important for you to fill in your note sheet as we go over things. There will be times where you'll need to pause the video, answer the question, and then resume it once you have put down your answer to check to see if your answer does match my answer. When completed, go ahead and start on the homework. And what we are going to do tomorrow is we will go over those three homework assignments on mean, median, and mode. And then I will give you a take-home quiz. So you'll get the quiz tomorrow. Once we finish going over the homework, you'll have the remaining class time to work on it. You'll do it as homework, and you will need to turn it in Thursday morning. Please turn it in at the beginning of the day, Thursday. Then I'll have that graded and put in over break. And just like all other quizzes and everything, once we get back from break, you will have an opportunity to make any corrections on it to improve your score before final grades need to be posted. Okay, so let's get started with today's lesson on mode. So here's the idea of mode. As our young man says, the mode of a set of data is the value that appears most frequently and is the third measure of central tendency. So we have Ryan tossed a number cube numbered 1 to 6, and he recorded the data in the table. So you can see that our left-hand side says it's the number tossed, and the right-hand side is the number of times. Okay, so if we look, he got a 1 time, a 2 times, he got a 3 2 times, a 4 1 time, he got a 5 3 times, and he got a 6 twice. So due to the number of times that he rolled the dice, we would realize that our mode is 5. And it's 5 because he got 3 of those, and that is the score that occurred the most. Okay. So here we have a situation at this time. I would like you to pause the video, answer the 2 questions that are below, resume the video once you have your answer, and then you'll compare your answer with mine. So take a second, pause the video here, answer the questions, and then resume when finished. Okay, I hope you finished. I hope you took some time and did your work and were able to come up with an answer. And let's see if your answer matches mine. If you do not have an answer yet, pause the video and get your answer. Okay, so here we go. So Justin recorded the times for the 10 runners on a track team when they ran the 100-meter dash. The data set shows the times that he recorded. So something you can do with mode is put them in order just like we did median. And when you do that, because it does allow you to kind of see everything together. So we've got a 9.8 seconds. So I'm going to use that one. And we have another 9.8 seconds down here. So I'll put that one in. Followed by a 9.9, another 9.9, another 9.9. So right now I would have 3 9.9, so that makes it the mode over 9.8. And so I'm going to see if I have anything that occurs 3 times or more. So I've got a 10, I've got a 10.1, another 10.1, a 10.2, and a 10.3. So in this situation, I have 3 9.9s, so my mode is 9.9. Okay. Now you might be saying to yourself, Mr. Allison, we couldn't complete the next one because we couldn't see it. Well, if you looked on your note page, you would be able to see it. So if you did not complete this because you couldn't see it on the video, then please pause again, answer the question, and then resume the video. So if you didn't use the one on your note sheet, pause now, and then resume the video when done. Okay. So hopefully you have your completed answer here. Elsie likes to bowl. The dot plot shows her scores for each of the 10 frames that she bowled in one game. Each dot represents her scores for one frame. So we could rewrite all of our scores, or we could just look at our dot plot. And something that I did not mention earlier, I was trying to see if you had any type of background knowledge on mode. But something special about the mode is, for mode is the only one where you can either not have an answer, or you can have multiple answers. You will always have a mean, which will be one number. You will always have a median, which is one number. But for a mode, it is possible that you will have no mode, or you'll have what's known as a double mode. And a double mode means there are two scores that occur the same number of times. So in this situation, you would see here that our 8 occurs 3 times. Our 12 occurs 3 times. So our mode is 8 and 12. And yes, you would need to list both of them. Now, if you have a situation in which you have no mode, you do not put 0 because 0 is a score. So if there is no mode, you would have to write no mode, write NA, or something similar to one of those. But most commonly, you get no mode or NA, N/A, if there's no mode available. Okay. So you can do a mode even if you don't have numbers. Now you can't do a mean, you can't do a median because you're not sure what the order is, but you can do a mode. Okay, so we've got chickens. Farmer was placing chickens, ducks, and geese in a feeding pen. He recorded the type of birds as C, D, or G as they went to the pen. These are the data he recorded. So if we want to find the mode, we would have to see which one occurs the most. Okay, so let's just do some counting here. So let's count the ducks. So D's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Unless I missed any, I'm going to double check, make sure I didn't miss any. So for ducks, we have 10. So let's count our chickens, but not before they're hatched. Sorry, bad joke. All right, and if you laughed out loud, that means you're actually paying attention. All right, chickens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 chickens. So right now, our mode would be chickens because there are 15 chickens. So then we count our geese. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Which, yes, we could figure out due to the process of elimination because there's 10 in a row, so there's 30. We've already counted 25, so there'll only be 5 geese. But it's always good to double check. So our mode in this case would be the chickens. All right, go ahead and answer these 3 questions. Once again, pause the video here. And once you have the answer, you can resume the video to see if you have the correct answers. All right, hopefully you have the correct answers here. If not, pause the video and put down the answers to the questions. So for number 4 should have been pretty easy to figure out. If there are 9 teachers, 88 boys, and 79 girls, the mode is boys because there are 88 of them, so that would occur the most. The mode is not 88. The mode is boys. So hopefully you have boys written down as your answer. For number 5, in a mall, there are 2 laundry shops, 14 garment shops, 3 photographic shops, 5 shoe stops, and 9 food stores. So that makes your mode the garment shops because there are 14 of them. Again, the answer is not 14, but it is garment shops. And number 6, Here we have the data set shows the masses of the school bags of some students. So again, I would suggest putting these in order from least to greatest or greatest to least. Okay, so there's a 4.3, and we have another 4.3. So since there's two of them, that would be our mode at this point. We have a 4.5 down here. After the 4.5, we have a 4.8. Always make sure you're scanning the entire list looking for that next value so that you don't miss one. Okay, then it looks like we have 5.5s. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So at this point, that would be our mode. And you really, at this point, could just look at your list and go, well, there's only two 6.6s. And you can always double check and count. And it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've gotten everything. And so our mode would be 5.5. So that is today's lesson. I hope you understood the information. Remember, two important pieces of information. One is it is possible there's no mode. A no mode would occur when everything, when all the scores occur the same number of times. So in this last example, if we had two 4.3s and two 4.5s and two 4.8s and two 5.5s and two 6.6s, there'd be no mode because no score occurs more than the other ones. Or if each score occurred once, there would be no mode because no score occurs more than the others. And then again, there's the idea of a double mode. So if there had been 4 5.5s and 4 6.6s, our mode would be 5.5 and 6.6. So at this time, go ahead and begin working on the homework for mode. Remember, we'll go over all 3 assignments tomorrow, and you will have a take-home quiz to finish and turn in Thursday morning. So when you come to school Thursday, you will turn in your quiz to me if you do not finish it tomorrow during class and or study hall. All right, well, that's it, and I will hopefully see you guys on Wednesday.